Hey guys, AniCrunch here. Long time no see. We're back with one of the shows that was one of the greatest joys of my starting my sitcom journey, and that's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. As you may know, it's been a long time since we reacted to this season. I don't know why it's taken more than a year for it to even be shown on TV. It only came out last April, end of April, in the UK on E4. And it's just like, come on, guys, just let me watch this show. But no, as you know, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It was one of my greatest joys when I was reacting to it. A lot of the episodes have got blocked. We don't go through. We don't talk about it. It hurt my feelings. It's like, oh, they absolutely annihilated it. But no, I had a lot of fun reacting to Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You got Amy, Jake's relationship. I love. You got Captain Holt, one of my favorite TV characters. Oil. Oh, we have so many great characters. So I'm looking forward to sort of jumping back into this, knowing this is the last season as well, which is quite sad. I wish it just made season 8 one episode, then did season 9 and ended the show on it. Season 9, episode 9. I think that would have been fantastic. But hey, what can we say? In fact, at least we got another season, and hopefully they give it a nice, really good farewell. Because I was sad to hear it gets cancelled. I don't know why this show kept getting cancelled, did it? Like, it's a fantastic show, and I just don't get it. It's such a good show. So I look forward to sort of jumping back into this, and yeah, just see. Which hopefully, like I say, it's been a while since I watched last season 8. So yeah, I'm curious to see how they're going to start this first episode to ease us back in. Because normally the show always ended off with a cliffhanger, and then there'd be a 2-parter at the beginning of the season. To continue, so I don't think we really left on a cliffhanger on season 8. I can't remember rightly, but no, overall, yeah, thank you guys again for all the support we had on this over the years. Like I say, this is one of the first big shows on my channel, and I look forward to just returning to it for the season. I did a poll for this or Stranger Things first. This one, I will be doing Stranger Things season 4 straight after Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I just wanted to. I had 3 slots. I did Sex and Education early. Because I've recorded all of them, so I thought, oh, I might as well. And I look forward to do Stranger Things, but I'm kind of like this one because it's only like 20 minutes episode. So yeah, but yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the reaction. Leave a like, subscribe if you do. Check out Patreon for the excellent cut. Let's jump back into Brooklyn Nine-Nine. 3, 2, 1.
They're worrying because we have created the COVID-5. With this machine, you can execute
Of course.
any high five your heart desires.
Oh, Miss Boyle and fucking Jake.
Scissor. That's a bad one. Yeah. And of course, the
I'm dirty. No, that's a sexy one.
Impressively stupid.
I know, right? So what was it you wanted to tell me?
Just wanted to say goodbye. I turned in my resignation. I quit the force.
Oh. Usual day in the office. Oh, you beautiful bastard.
Be a father and do my job and straight up crush it at Goat Simulator on my Switch.
That's not something to be proud of.
Being a father
What?
is not something to be proud of, Ames. Wow.
You've changed, dude.
I promise you she is not going to show up tonight. And if she does, I'll give each of you $1,000 cash. That's a promise.
Hey, everybody.
Jake's
No.
word's not leaving. The word is of course understood as hyperbole. Rosa, I knew you.
So right at the end of a shift.
Which means
Some officers like to make arrests at the end of their shift so they can work later and get extra overtime.
that is so wrong.
It is. But I promise you.
Never really thought of that.
We're going to get you justice.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's fucked up, really, isn't it? Jesus. Corruption.
Someone's in the middle.
I want to help. The problem is we have no proof of what really happened.
Let me guess.
Don't need body
body cam
cams.
Footage was mysteriously corrupted.
Yeah, they tampered with it, but between
What the
us,
fuck?
there was a rookie there.
This whole world, my ma, the NYPD, and Billy Joel. And right now you're assaulting 2 of those 3 things.
Wow. Billy Joel made the top 3.
And now you've assaulted all 3. You're a nice boy. that you're
Dick.
going after. All the perp had to do.
We're gonna head out.
Hello, Captain. It's so good to see you.
It'd be so weird. I forgot how obsessively weird she was.
Your help to break in.
You bet. Those bastards are everything that's wrong with policing.
Their dress policy's insane. You have to wear a shirt at all times.
Yuck. Just tell me
Why did he take his shirt off?
office undetected.
No problem. He goes to lunch at 12:30, so that's your
I love how he just keeps him in at all times.
The guard at the desk always flirts with the male woman, so he'll be distracted. Then go down the main hall. This is important.
They're so observant, it's funny.
It's unisex and handicapped, so you get that.
So I go back into the back room to complain, and they're all just sitting around trash talking Billy Joel.
What?
They said,
What? His face there.
hey Terry, I hack, and I'm not trying to make a point. I'm just here to help.
Well, you did. Because I got the footage.
Oh, I'm gonna have to delete that.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you're not.
This goes deep.
Oh, no, you're a villain.
You're a villain, of
Why'd
course.
you delete it? You said you'd help us if we got.
It is not. Kevin and I have separated.
No, not Kevin. Why?
Nice. Feeling like I'm not alone anymore.
My whole
And
best
that's
character.
thanks to you, Raimi.
Oh, that's sweet.
Just so you
See
know,
that hit.
I am not Raimi.
Right. Hey guys, AniCrunch here, and we're back with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, episode 2 of season 8. I will say, I've been thinking about last episode, and I have a bit more disappointed in it the more I thought about it. Like, I do hope the rest of the season isn't going to be like this first episode. I think the first episode definitely was trying to be, I don't know, I think I like the thought of like showing like the George Floyd stuff, showing how it affected like police forces and that lot. Could have been a really cool storyline, but it was too apologetic. I think it would have been nice if you got to see. They could have dealt like it doesn't, because I like serious storylines. Like some of my favorite moments in a lot of sitcoms is when the shows are a bit more serious, but they also do find a balance of tone as well. And I feel like Brooklyn Nine-Nine just didn't do a great job with the tone. I think the idea of it was cool, but they just, because of the pacing with it, I think if you're going to do something like that, it at least needed 2 episodes. So most of it, I like the idea. I just didn't like how it was executed. I think it was too fast paced. Boyle was very out of character, being like the overly apologetic for being white sort of thing, which didn't really come across. That could have been like the comic relief, I guess, but it just didn't work, so the tone was a bit everywhere. I like the idea of like some of the cops, like Rosa wanting to quit the force because of what happened, and then showing like the sort of corruption of like the higher ups, showing no matter what they do to prosecute a copper, like they're just going to get away with it, or nothing's going to happen, or budget's cut, or all sorts. I think that was really cool. I just think it needed more time to be fleshed out than just being the jarring cut up. So like, I enjoyed the idea. I just think they just executed. I like the idea in my head, but just more thought about it more. I just thought it was more poorly executed. I do hope the rest of the season is an improvement. Like I say, it's only the first episode. So yeah, no, but like I say, last episode, the only really funny bit was the cold opening, and then it's sort of just nothing. It was sort of a bit downhill from there. So no, I look forward to see. I'm not going to hold it against the show. Like, yeah, like I said, out of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, there's only been a handful of episodes I've not liked out of the 8 seasons. And even then, I say a handful. I don't particularly remember. It was any episode where sort of Primera was the main focus I didn't really like. So other than that, Brooklyn Nine-Nine's done well. So yeah, no, I'll definitely I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Like, yeah, look forward to see how they're going to handle the rest of the season. But yeah, for first episode was probably one of the weakest. So hopefully episode 2 is a bit of a bounce back, but we'll really see by watching. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. And leave a like, subscribe if you do. Let's jump into this. Oh, we did leave off on the cliffhanger as well about Kevin and Holt breaking up. I don't know if that's going to do because Kevin's actor can't be in the show, but I don't know. Breaking them up, I think they're going to do something with that. So because otherwise, they'll just sort of left them together, but just not had Kevin in the show. I hope they do bring him in the show because Kevin's one of my favourite side characters. But yeah, jump into this. 3, 2, 1.
When I was a kid, and it really messed me up.
I love how this is like his version of divorce again.
The point is, we can't let that happen to Daddy Holt and Daddy Kevin.
I love how casually he just calls them daddy.
This workplace is my family. Is that not clear? Holt is my dad. You're my mean older sister. Amy's my mom. What? What did I say?
What?
Amy is my
What?
I haven't said anything. You don't have to, Amy. Now, who's gonna help me trap Holt?
Okay, that was funny.
Seriously? Nobody's on board with my scheme. It's because I called it a scheme. I can say something different.
Amy's my mom.
Stratagem?
It'll be good for when all the drama starts.
Why do you think there's gonna be drama?
More by accident, I would
Whenever we go on
expect.
one of these group trips, everything's totally normal and there's never any big conflict. Anyway, I'm just gonna pop one of these right now for no reason.
That's a good point.
Many sitting rooms and lake houses that aren't lake houses.
I'm just trying to be there for.
What's he done?
I understand that the weekend's not about me.
Nope, you're up to something.
I'm up to nothing, Terrence, and frankly, I resent the implication. Okay, I'm up to something, Terrence.
Is that Kevin?
Holt and Kevin's shared calendar. You know me so well. Oh,
Kevin!
what a surprise!
Yes.
Why are you all in my house?
I didn't think he'd get him so quickly.
Kevin, what are you doing here?
Oh yeah, she's on edibles, isn't she? Timed that well.
It might be the darkness in your heart.
Fuck it, excuse.
I was trying to be poetic. It's important to be mindful of your energy when you're with
He has a way of words, doesn't he?
sort of a natural mother.
Yeah, natural mother.
How long have you been there?
Oh man, I have no idea.
Oh. Stressed Amy for the win.
Terry, and the master staircase.
Oh, I see you changed into your mock turtleneck.
And you into your exercise.
And I love it. Mate Kevin is looking suave. Gonna,
Charles, I need
yeah.
your help.
I'm not gonna gloat. I'm just happy he's getting the care he needs.
Okay, you might want to be a little less cocky until you actually get him down. Because you know some babies.
He's gonna do it straight away, aren't they?
Everyone can- Oh my god, is he asleep?
So can I be cocky now?
Step 3, a romantic picnic.
I would.
Perfect.
How do they know this?
This way.
Kind of a happy Jake is. So I'm gonna get my dance back together.
He forgot the sleep sack. And Matt doesn't even care. I can't watch this.
I can't watch this.
No reception. I'll just run back. I haven't done cardio in 20 years. How hard can it be?
Oh, he's gonna die.
Immediately awful.
Here, while we wait, you could try putting this chill bottle of champagne against your eyes. It might help.
Peralta, why is there a romantic picnic sitting in this remote clearing? You set this whole thing up, didn't you?
Oh, you wouldn't think they're coppers.
Just spending time together. Is that your entire long?
Sorry, I came out here looking for a signal to call Hitchcock, but no luck. I can take my chips and go.
Wait, you have chips? You could stay.
So, we got
You're so proud.
And then, of course, the second.
The beak color is Pantone 4685C. The wing is Pantone 2322C, spotted with 4515C. The tail is Pantone 25C with bands of 490.
I don't know what to do with myself.
Charles, lock your kid in the room. What? You made me say it. If I didn't, you would have stayed here and ruined this good thing I got going with Scully and his chips.
Wait, Mac is locked
And
in
his
the room?
chips. Well, it worked.
Charles! Amy! I was just call, sounds like.
Oh, it's horrible. Sounds like a taser.
No. It's wonderful. I have to go. Sir?
What are you doing here, Peralta?
Prove to you that you're wrong to think that Kevin doesn't have feelings for you anymore.
Okay, what is he doing here?
Oh. I want to prove to him that he was wrong for hedging all day, but that's our own separate thing, so we can ignore it.
That's our own separate thing.
Stay. The only reason he left is because he didn't know how you felt.
Why would you think that? He's made no effort whatsoever.
Or has he? Did you know that Kevin is better at bird calls than you?
Oh, strange, hurtful non sequitur.
Who made the first corn crake call?
I believe I did.
Point is, Kevin knew it wasn't a corn crake, but he went to it anyway.
Because he was going to you, not the bird. He still loves you. Our plan worked.
Our plan?
Yeah. Off the hedge and on the
No.
ledge.
Ah, it's too late, Terry.
Odd coming from you, Jeffords, given how much you hate ledges.
People don't know.
Hey, Amy.
Wonder if there's a scene in the past to spot it.
Mac a truffle squash puree. I'm not trying to show you how to do anything. I'm just trying to apologize.
It's okay, Charles. I actually learned something from you yesterday. Mac has trouble sleeping because I bother him too much. When he was locked in that room, no one could check on him, and it was the longest nap he's ever taken. So, thank you for the moose.
Can't believe you actually took it.
Of course I took it. You locked my baby in a room, Charles. I'm looking for him until he goes to college, okay?
Okay.
Great, thanks.
I love how Amy's just a psycho.
For him, and he said he felt the same. So we begin couples counseling next week.
Hey,
Great, sir.
that's a start. I like how
Looks like Captain Hope.
I like how they go full back to normal, just like yeah, go a bit cancel.
Every single episode.
See the warehouse where sweet Maui onion chips are imported to? Unless you don't want to hang out because you're not stoned anymore.
Actually, Buffalo sounds kind of cool.
Seriously? That's just not the weed talking?
Oh no, I'm not high at all anymore. Oh no, I was so high.
Good news. While you were asleep, we finally got cell reception.
What's up, Cox? How'd everybody use their V card? I'll go first.
Amy was right. Drugs are bad.
Bring it along.
All right, that build up for that joke was really good. And I really like the fact that with the Kevin and Holt, it didn't resolve straight away. They're doing couples counselling because, like, yeah, they obviously clearly had problems to even think about breaking up. So, yeah, that was a very good episode to come back to. I think that was a very, very good second episode. I think all the jokes are built up nicely. Like, for me, good jokes are ones that I built up over time, like Rose's drugs. That was like built up for an end joke at the end, which was quite funny. I like the little meddling of Jake's plan. Like I say, you shouldn't really meddle with other people's relationships, but oh come on, they're like his dads. You can't blame him. So bringing Kevin in for a second episode was genius because Kevin is probably the best side character. And then we've got a couple of counselors, so we might see Kevin again. Very pretty good. Amy was another highlight this episode. I forget how much I love Amy because she just starts off with that goody two shoes character, but then you forget she's actually quite psycho, and I actually love that about her. And then Boyle feel like Boyle again, which I really enjoyed. And then it's Terry sort of just being on the edge of a plan was pretty amusing as well. So yeah, no, a very well paced episode, very fun, had good vibes, and yeah, then a nice little story to tell with Kevin and Holt. Like I said, I didn't know if they were going to do the thing where they don't get back together and not have a happy ending, but I'm kind of glad that they did. But I'm glad they did it in a way that they didn't just get back together at the end of the episode all lovey dovey. They did a thing, quite a realistic thing of like, yeah, couples counselling. Maybe you can get through this because they still have feelings for each other and they showed it in their way. Like I say, I love the writing, how Kevin and Holt are written. I just love their interactions of the super seriousness. It's so good. But yeah, no, I was very happy with that episode. I think we only got the one Patreon comment. Right, so yeah, so disappointed, not because of your reaction, but the episode seemed forced and unoriginal. All the jokes were so predictable, but that's just maybe me. Yeah, I think my big main thing with the episode's jokes, there wasn't really any that really worked that episode. I'd say that's definitely the last one. I've read this comment before because I replied to it. I think the writing was really bad, to be honest. The show previously tackled some important political issues, racism, sexism, sexual assault, and so on, but it's always been done with the perfect balance of humour and respect. Yeah, you brought this up and I forgot about it. It's one of the reasons I also thought about the episode more. It's just like, yeah, that they've handled it. Made me remember some of the episodes like you mentioned in a second about how some of the episodes were handled just so much better, and it just did this one so bad. Like I think the show had every right to touch on George Floyd things. So it was like because it was a big event, and as this is a cop show, I think it has not even. I didn't even say like a duty, but I think it's very nice. It'd be good if it actually showed some representation for it. I think it would have been like a good two-parter if they did something like that and just built it up properly. I think that was my biggest problem with it. I used to feel natural. For instance, I love the episode with Terry being racially profiled. They handled a very serious topic with respect and still managed to keep the natural flow of the episode. This one just seemed so forced. It was so literal. They were just listing all the things that happened in the world: COVID, George Floyd. But it was like reading from a list. I'm so disappointed. I agree with that. Even the acting was really bad for most parts. This is one of my all-time favourite comedies, and I really hope that this season gets better and back to normal feel. Well, literally just one episode later, it felt back to normal, so I'm pretty glad about that. I'm glad that you thought the topics were handled well. I, for once, 100% disagree with you on that. But agree with you. You said the pacing was off. There was no build up for Rosa, and I agree with the humour. It wasn't a fun episode. No, like I say, I'm always up for people disagreeing with me, and I even admit I disagree with myself when I say it was handled well. I think I more meant that I like the idea that the show tackled it. But I do agree with the fact that I don't actually think they handled it well. As an episode, they could have done a lot better with it by having like 2 episodes, maybe dedicated a bit more time to not listing it off, like say not listing it off. So no, and there's plenty of times when I disagree with myself when I watch my reactions. It's like quite funny. I've edited some reactions before. If you ever notice that episodes where I put like a little thing at the end, it's because I just disagree with myself so much. But that's because more times I'm more out of context. And when you're sort of in the moment of watching stuff, you don't have full opinion. But there's many times where I've sat down and thought about an episode, and it's either got worse in my head or it's got better in my head. It depends how it either goes. But no, I'm glad that you do it in a respectful way. I always appreciate that. Also, it seems inappropriate for Rosa to break into to get evidence, breaking law to fight injustice and corruption. That seems like a bad moral of the story. The part at least felt natural for the show, where Rosa always suggesting police brutality and so on. Always have suggested police brutality and so on before, which has been done in a fun way in a comedy show, not reality. So her breaking the law was not weird. Charles and Jake have also stolen things from computers before, from the post office, for example. So I'm not trying to say political correct to say they can't do things. That's not my point. It's all just that with the storyline for of Loser was seeking justice and fighting the bad cops, it seemed misplaced to be breaking the law, therefore the bad cop themselves. I don't get why Jake had to apologise either. Are they basically just apologising for the show about police? I'm not from the USA, but I have to imagine that at least the majority of good people, maybe I'm wrong, and it's so messed up. Yeah, it's a hard thing, like, because I'm not from the US either, so I don't know what the cop system's like. I don't get me wrong, we have a bad eggs of cops over in the UK, but for the most part, the police, like, we don't really have high murder rates from the police over here. Police corruption, I'm sure it exists. I am friends with quite a few coppers, so I'm also quite biased. I think like I'm friends with like 5 coppers, and they're all great people from what I know. So, and then the things they have to deal with is just crazy to me. Like, yeah, they have to deal with a lot, and so I have nothing but respect. But I don't know if that's different in the United States from what I see on Twitter all the time. It seems like there's a lot of hate for the cops. I even see sometimes there's massive discussions about disbanding cops in the United States. I've seen on Twitter. I've seen such a small community of people talking about it, and you can't do it overall. But I've seen people talk about that, and I'm like, Jesus, is it that bad over there? So it's a hard thing to, yeah, it's hard for me to relate per se. Like I say, I'm sure there's plenty of stuff you can find on the UK's cops, there's stats and statistics everywhere. It just depends how you utilise them. So it's so easy to put misinformation out there now on the internet. That's the biggest fear of the internet. It's like you gain the ability to get access to all this information, but it's so easy to throw out propaganda, fake information, fake stats, fake charts. People, yeah. How I look at the internet, the fact that you can put, oh, cat's better than dog in Google, and then the Google will tell you cats are better, or you put, oh, dog's better than cats, and then it will tell you dogs are better. There's a word for that with something to do with like both are right, and it's just like that's how the internet is. If you type in looking for a certain thing, you can look for the answer that agrees with you and support you, but doesn't necessarily mean it's factual. So yeah, it was quite interesting from that point of view. But no, I love Kevin. Please bring them back together. I love their relationship. They are perfect. See, I was so worried that when they broke up with Kevin, it was so we're not going to get Kevin in the show. But luckily, the show was like, no, we're going to give you some Kevin. So I'm pretty happy about that. I did reply, and then I thought, fair enough. Also, didn't seem like you were having as much fun as usual watching the show. I had more fun this episode. I will admit, I was not having fun last episode. I just didn't find last episode. Apart from the cold opening, it was not a good opening. You got to think I've not watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine for like months. Years, for about a year near enough, and to come back to it and it was a bit of a shit episode. It sort of disappointed me. I really hope it picks up next episode, and I've been waiting for this season for so long and I don't want it to disappoint. I think that was also the thing. I just sort of came into, I watched it and then I was like, that was the first episode. Where's this episode? This was actually really, really fun, and I actually really enjoyed this one. So yeah, no, if you can carry on from this, like I say, I want the show to go out with a massive bang, and I really hope it does. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed it.